Hello, Gems. Welcome. So today's tarot reading is going to be about people's first impressions of you versus when they get to know you, what they think of you. Okay, so the options here today are the lapis lazuli, the green stone, the blue stone, I'm so sorry, the green stone, and the yellow stone. I'm not gonna name them because I'm not too sure about all of them. But yes, take what resonates with you. And yeah, take a deep breath. And then pick the stone that resonates to you. There's one that should be calling to you, okay? All right, enjoy, babies. Bye. Hello, babies. Okay, so for the people that chose the blue stone, the lapis lazuli, okay, what are people's first impressions of you versus how you really are? Okay, so what I say, please take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I speak the truth of what I see through the cards. There's no like BS. Okay, so hope you're ready. Okay, here we go. So when people first meet you, they look at you as the fool, and this is a major arcana card, but it's not like a bad thing, like, oh, this person's a fool. No, it's like more like you face your challenges, you have confidence. Like you see this woman, she is leaping forth into faith with not knowing of the unknown, but she's happy. She looks like she's about to dance. She got her hands out, ready to just leap forth. So when people see you, they think you have confidence. They see you as a person that faces their challenge or with confidence and just go forth and go for their goals. Okay, when people first know, first impressions of two wands, you got the two wands in reverse. Two wands talks about stagnation and indecision. So people may see you as someone like doesn't want to hurt no one's feelings, but just just trying to see, weighing out the balance of seeing the good and bad out of everything. Okay, you also got the 9 of Wands in reverse, which talks about despair, feeling like a situation is to allow a situation to swallow you up and not really go forth into figuring out the problem, because you're just like, all right, it's too much to handle, let me just not deal with it, let me just not even just let it go. Okay, and then you got the emperor upright, which is a person that is healthy, that is wealthy, that is stable, that is good with their money and finances. It's just someone that is in power. Okay, people, so what I would say is people see the confidence in you, that you are very confident, that you are a go-getter, that you have you live a good and happy life, that but sometimes you do have what should I do? Should I do this or that? And you also give that field of you just give up too quick sometimes. You just move on to the next one. That's kind of the first impressions people have of you. Okay, and I pulled 2 cards that may describe you. We got the We Are the World. So the vibe I'm getting with this card is that, you have this worldly look around you. I feel like you are a very beautiful person. You have a lot of admirers. People look at you and they're like, wow, like, look at that. I feel like a lot of people find this attraction of you. Also, you got the rebirth. Okay, so again, what I'm saying, what I'm feeling is that with the 9 of Wands energy, you just give up. Like, if you don't find good in something that is happening, or in a relationship, or with what you're working with, you'll just give up and move on to the next. Death and rebirth, which also goes with the Fool card. Okay, you are not scared to let go and work on starting on something new. Okay, and as you see, like, you have this, I feel like you have this fiery energy. Yeah, so that's what people see when their first impression of you. This is the general of how they see you. Now, when people really know you, how you really are, let's get into it. Okay, so you got the 3 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Swords in reverse talks about sometimes you may, to be honest, make a issue out of nothing. Like, you may feel like I feel like you overthink things. Okay, like it's such a, you in your head you may think, oh, this is so hard, and like you take things so personal, but really it's not that serious, you know. People may realize like, oh shit, like, you know, it's not that serious, calm down, don't worry, okay. And then you have the hangman. Well, the hangman, which is another major arcana card, the hangman upright talks about knowing when and how to sacrifice, having patience, you know, knowing when's the right time to do something, okay. And then you also got the Five of Swords in reverse. So this also ties into the Nine of Wands kind of energy, but just like not being so, sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. I was talking about the Five of Swords energy in reverse. So the Five of Swords in reverse talks about not going down without a battle. Like you may feel like, you know, if you want something to work, you gotta fight for it, you gotta work for it, like, you know, you're not scared to work for it. You also got the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands energy for me talks about passion, you know, persistence. You're very fiery. I definitely for a fact really think, comment down below if you chose lapis lazuli, the blue stone. I feel like you are a fire sign for so many reasons. We'll get into that right just now, but you know, just like the Queen of Wands energy is someone that is a go-getter, gets what she wants, gets what he wants without anything, and you have this energy of like, I'm a if I have to go down fighting, I'm gonna do it, there ain't no stopping me, okay. So, and also I pulled two cards of like your characteristics and how you are. You got the High Priestess of Earth, which is beautiful. Okay, so I feel like you are very intuitive, divinely, and you are connected to the divine within you. Okay, you know, and I feel like you can read energy. Why I say that is because we also got the Deceit card, you know, and when I get I really didn't want to get this card in my reading, but I did. So, but what I think with this whole Deceit is that people may, when they get to know you, they may be like, oh my God, like, you know, like, oh, they may feel like, oh, you're being deceitful or you're just not being real. But I feel like because you have this third eye open, this intuition, the High Priestess energy, you can read people's energy and know when they're bullshitting you with or without them telling you or showing you action. So you're quick to cut people out, like cut, like I'm gonna cut you out, you know. And I definitely believe you are a fire sign or somewhere in your chart. Fire signs are Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, because, you know, you see this woman, she has a lot of like red and rage, and you see in this card Rebirth, you know, red again, which I think to me is like fire. Queen of Wands energy is another fiery card, okay? So yeah, that's all I have for you. You know, I feel like people see this general of you, but when they really get to know you, they see how much passion you have and how much love you have to share. But you are very selective with who you share your love with and who you let in personally, because I do believe you are sensitive. You know, you do sometimes take things personally, but it's only because you are very intuitive and you can read energy, and people may perceive that as being deceitful, but you're not really being deceitful. You're just protecting your heart, and that's understandable, babies. So yeah, hope this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, then I'm sorry, but if it did, give a thumbs up and share it, like it, comment down below. Yes, love and light, babies. Bye. Mwah. Hello, babies. So for the ones that chose the green stone, okay, let's get right into it. What are people's first impressions of you versus how you really are? Before I go forth, I just want to say that whatever I say, take with a grain of salt. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't, okay? I speak the truth of what I see. So if you're not ready for the truth, then please don't continue to watch this, because I'm going to speak about the good and the bad, what people see about you, okay? So people's first impressions of you, let's get right into it. We have the Hermit in reverse. When people first meet you, they think that you love your solitude, you love your alone time so much that you don't want to hang with anybody. You like being by yourself so much that people think that, whoa, like, she don't need no, he or she don't need nobody, that they're Gucci, they're good, they got themselves. But then it could also be seen as like, you know, not really just being so much in love with being alone that you kind of neglect others in that sense, and just, you know, not neglect, but like you kind of like, you don't deal with personal issues, or you just rather just stay by yourself and not deal with people. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse talks about people see you as hardworking. They see you as kind of a perfectionist, that you try to get every nitty-gritty part right and correct. Okay, so yeah, they see you as a very hardworking, but it's also a downfall, because perfectionist, like, nothing is perfect. Okay, practice makes things better, but there's always someone that's going to be able to do it better or worse than you. So perfection for me is not real. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles upright talks about being abundant, having security. People see you, or they listen to you speak. When the first time they meet, they think you invest your money, that you are very secure, financially stable, and that you can do what you want to do when it comes to your money or your life, because you are so invested and have long-term goals. Okay, when people first meet you, they also see the Empress in reverse. So the Empress is someone that is like a nurturer, that takes care of others. But when it's in reverse, it talks about taking on too much obligations. That you're so in tune with taking care of others, but that you forget to take care of yourself, and forget to know what you need in order, because you can't fill someone else's cup and not fill your own, right? So yeah, people think you give yourself so much. So I pulled two cards. When people first meet you, what do they think of you? They think you are in harmony with yourself, with the world, what is going on, that you are very in tune with the divine self. But not only that, you know what's happening in the world, and you're very aware and conscious of everything. They also think that your guidance. You see this? It's like you're kind of like a guardian angel for some. So when people first meet you, they think that you are, like, their first impression of you, whether it's just a stranger or anything, you know, that the aura, the energy you give them is so positive and light and loving, that people probably think, wow, that was an angel. Like, they have this good vibration from you. Okay, now when people really get to know you, or how you really are, let's get right into it. So the maker of this tarot deck, I forgot what it is, but I don't really know what this card is, but I'm gonna go off of what I feel it is, which goes into, it's kind of like the Empress card, but you see this is like a grandmother looking after the kids. Again, you have this motherly figure. Okay, you give out this motherly vibe. People come to you for advice, for when they're in a hard time. They come and listen to you, and when even if they're just around you, you give us such positive energy and love and light, and so much love that people love being around you. Okay, and then you got the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse talks about people see that you got options. Okay, you see this person upright. You know, they're just like, what should I do? So, but in reverse, it talks about being stagnant with your choices. Like, you don't know what to do. Like, it's like kind of like you have talents in this and that, and you're dabbling in all, but you're not really, like, you know, you're not really pushing yourself in one direction. Okay, it talks about you kind of like in this fantasy world, you know, where you really are stagnant. You can't really make a decision. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Cups, which talks about people see you as abundant, see you as like you're a go-getter. Okay, like the Ten of Pentacles energy mean long-term goals and investing in yourself. And then when people really get to know you, they see that, yeah, that person is getting what they need to get. They're doing what they need to do. Okay, as you see here, like the Nine of Cups upright talks about abundance, that how you have so much love to give others and to share, and when people come around, it's just that good feel energy. Okay, so the Page the Page of Wands. What does the Page of Wands talks about? So the Page of Wands talks about basically people, when people really get to know you, they see that you are very thoughtful, and not only that, your thoughts into the action. You're very precise. Again, with the perfectionist, eight of Pentacles, you're very precise and very accurate with what your next steps are going to be, because people when they first see you, they get the vibe right away of who you are, because it shows in, like, when people really get to know you, okay, this is who they really are, okay, that there's so much more to you, but you are very oh god, I don't know how to say it, but very strategic, I think, very, analytical, and then you put you don't only talk the talk, you walk the walk, okay, which is great. Okay, and I pulled 2 cards about when people really get to know you, how you really are. So you got here Oath. Okay, now 4 plus 9 equals 13, and 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now I'm a little bit in this numerology, and I'm going to explain it a bit. 4 talks about, your angels guiding you and protecting you. Okay, so I feel like you have an oath with your spirit guides, with your angels, with your higher self to fulfill in this lifetime. This is kind of getting out of the thing, but this is what the message I have to share that I'm getting, that I've noticed, and I feel like you have an oath to share, to fulfill in this lifetime, with your soul's purpose, with your soul's contract. And people see that you are very ambitious and that you have a big plan. Also, we got the loyalty. Okay, you're very loyal to the ones who love you and the ones you love. And 333, if your life path is 333, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are a spiritual teacher. You are a spiritual guide in this universe that as of right now. And it shows because, people see that you are loyal, that you are loving, that you are nurturing, and that you care for others. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like you are very abundant. And for the people that chose the green stone, the green stone has to, I forgot what the crystal is called, but green has to do with your heart chakra. And I feel like you are very open with your love and very free with your love, and you give it to others. But you also are very wise. You're also very abundant, and you also know how to go forth about things. And I just want to say, don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Because I do feel the vibe of, you are a perfectionist, and you can be hard on yourself. But we can't fulfill the things we want if we don't make mistakes, right? So yeah, that's all I have to share, babies. If this resonated, put a thumbs up. If it didn't, I'm so sorry. But yeah, if you'd like a personal reading, if you like the way I flow and the way I go, link down below. You can email me and we can go forth from there. Okay, love and light, babies. Bye. Hello, babies. So the one that chose the yellow stone, I think this is called citrine. So what are people's first impression of you versus how you really are? Okay, before we get into it, I just want to say, if my message resonates with you, cool. If it doesn't, then let it go. Okay, I speak the truth of what I see. So if you are ready for the truth, great. But if you are not, and if you're not emotionally and mentally stable, then I suggest you need to take a break from tarot. Don't watch tarot reading, just recenter yourself. But if you are ready to hear the truth, whether good or bad, then I would say continue to listen. Okay, so let's get right into it. What are people's first impressions of you? Okay, so when people first meet you, you got the 3 of Wands. Okay, so for me, the 3 of Wands, what I'm getting from this card is that you're very you're very chill, laid back person. I would not be surprised. Please, I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if you were a stoner, okay? You're very chill, and, people get the vibe that, I'm gonna handle that later. I'm Gucci, I'm good. It's kind of like, and also as well, I'm getting this mysterious vibe with you. People don't really they can't just pick up where you're at mentally, okay? And what's coming next. Just like, You know, they just see you as a laid back person, maybe a little bit unproductive too, but just like, you know, behind the scenes, chilling. Okay, and then we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I think you are a very, you know, very good looking person. Okay, but you also may have some fears. Okay, because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse talks about someone that is so focused on the end results that they don't really focus on what they're doing right now. Okay, so people see that you have this goal that you want to achieve, but they don't really see that you are focusing on the now to really manifest that. Okay, we also have the Devil. OMG. Okay, so but then don't worry, we also got the Sun, but let's get into the Devil. So what am I feeling from this? I feel like, again, you're very seductive. Like, the Devil could be a bad card, but it could also be good when describing a character. So first impression, people think, again, I definitely think you are very handsome or beautiful, and that you're very seductive, and people, you may just, you know, get people's juices flowing. Oh God, let me just stop right there. But yeah, like, you know, you may have this obsessive character about you, this extraordinary effort that people are just magnetized to you, and if you really wanted to, you can like play them if you wanted to. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this vibe. But then you also got the Sun upright, that you give people happiness, joy. You know, you bring this, I feel like there's a balance. Okay, there's a balance within you, because you got the Devil and the Sun, which is kind of like opposite of one another. You know, there's a good and bad side to you. Okay, and people see that. I feel like they're attracted to that, but then they're like, oh my God, like, there's a mysterious vibe of you, this laid back, chill vibe about you, that people are just like, whoa, like, oh, I'm interested. Okay, so pull 2 cards to describe you when people first see you, their first impression is, and you got the no thingness. So this card talks about having potential. So people see the potential you have, the unmanifested magician you really are. Okay, but they see you having so much potential but doing nothing with it. They're just like, whoa, this person's has so much ambition and just like so much ideas, but they're not really doing anything with it. Like, what? Also, consciousness. People see that you are very aware of yourself, that you know what you like and you know what you don't like. And I feel like this is very attractive. People see the potential in you, and they see that you are very aware of what is up with you and what is going on in your life. Okay, so yes, that is people's first impressions of you. Now, in terms of how you really are, let's get right into it. Okay, so we got the Page of Pentacles. So I'm going to be straight up and tell you, the Page of Pentacles in reverse talks about a person that is very talented, and that's why probably people see the potential in you, because they see that you are talented, that you have these gifts. But then in reverse, it talks about being lazy, being stagnant. Like, you're just like, all right, now I'm good. Like, you know, you're just like, oh no, you know, I'm good. I don't need to level up. And Page of Pentacles, especially Pentacles, talks about finances and your career. You know, you just feel like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to, you know, you have potential, but you lack experience, basically. Okay. And then we have the Four of Swords upright. So when people really get to know you, they see that you take the time to meditate, to regroup, to recenter yourself, to balance yourself when you need it. You don't run yourself dry, basically. Okay, and then we also got the Page of Cups. Okay, the Page of Cups talks about basically being a know-it-all. Like, I know the situation, and I feel like in terms of know-it-all, being a know-it-all when it comes to your talents, your work ethic, you know, not really leveling up, so you're like, oh no, I'm good, I don't need to learn no more, I already know everything. So when it comes to your creative outlet, you're just like, nah, I don't need to try this different way. This is my way, and I'm not gonna learn a different because this is good, you know. So again, it's just like a stagnant energy of like, oh, I'm gonna just chill here. Like, you know, Okay, and then we also got the 8 of Wands in reverse. The 8 of Wands in reverse talks about slow moving, you know, kind of like no action, basically. So people see you, when they really get to know you, they see that you have this potential, but you really ain't trying to master it. They see you as maybe a little bit cocky too, a little bit like, oh, like, you know, yeah, you got this talent, you worked really hard at it, but now you're just at a standstill. You know, like they're just like, yo, this person has so much potential, but what are they doing with it? You know, so they see that within you. Okay, and I also pull 2 other cards. When people really get to know you, what do they see, or what do they view of you? You got the message, okay? And then if you see at the top there, it says 4 and 45. So 4 plus 5 equals 9. 9 talks about the wrap up. It's like a death and rebirth, basically. So I feel like you need to wrap up you need to move on to a next level. Okay, I feel like there's a message. It's basically the message. You have a message to share. You have something bigger to do with yourself, and people see that. They see that you are transitioning. You need to transition. You know, you are in a phase of your life to changing things, okay? And also when people really get to know you, they see how unique you are, how talented you are, how you know, you bring this different aura to the scene that no one's ever seen. Hey, you know? So it's quite magnetizing, beautiful. I definitely think this group here is beautiful, okay? And 4, we got 4 plus 7, which equals 11, and then 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 for me talks about balance, duality. Again, people see how balanced you are, you know, like you don't force things. I think you're one of those people that allow things to flow and free flow, and you know, again, people could be attracted to that and they really like that. And they just see the potential, and they see like maybe you should be working a little bit more harder. But then again, I feel like you are in balance, you are in tune with yourself, and you know what you got to do and when you got to do it, you know. Also, the yellow, this stone really for me goes with the solar plexus. Solar plexus talks about confidence. People see that you are confident, that you give off this like a vibe of knowing, you know, that like you know yourself well, you know, and you're okay with expressing your sexuality, and you know that you're beautiful and you see a beauty in others. So yeah, I think I definitely feel like this group is a confident group. I feel like you guys are talented, and I feel like you guys have some gift or talent to share with the world, you know. And maybe you just need to step it up a notch, okay? This is also a little bit of advice. Just step it up a notch, you know, because I feel like you got something to share, and don't be too cocky with it. Be humble with it, you know. I definitely think you guys are attractive as hell, okay? That's all I gotta say, babies. If you like the way I flowed and how I went and it resonated with you, you know, leave a comment below and tell me how it, like, if you liked it or if you don't. I don't know. If you like a personal reading, link in description, or maybe down right here, my email. You can email me and we'll go into the details. But yes, love and light, babies. Bye.